Good morning sa ating lahat.
Morning po.
Good morning po. Sir Nino, nandiyan na po kayo?
Morning po.
Nandiyan na po kayo, Sir Nino?
Morning.
Good morning, good morning. So welcome to our very first Sosyo-Akademya Konsultasyon 1. Oo. So gusto kong tanungin si Mark muna. Mark, ano ba yung dahilan kung ba tayo na dito ngayon? Mark,
konsultasyon sa mga estudyante po na merong deficiencies, requirements at kailangan pong tugunan na para po sa kanilang akademya para yun nga po ay makagraduate. Ito po ay ginagawa ng hinati po natin po ito ng tatlong sessions para mas targeted nga po yung pag-disseminate or pag-orient or pag-consult para dun po sa mga requirements nila. So ngayon pong araw, ang kausap po natin ay ang mga SWIS para po malinawan po sila sa mga kanilang pangangailangan para po sila bago makagraduate.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mark. Sige, I think it is beautiful for us to start with a prayer. And Nick, pwede bang ikaw yung mag-pray for us? Oo. Start ng prayer. Short lang na.
Short lang.
Hindi lang apa.
Sige. Let's pray our Father.
Sige po.
For our start, our Father, who art in heaven,
holy be
thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth
as it is
in heaven.
Give
us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
our
trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Lead us
not into
temptation, but
deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. Good morning sa lahat. So I think it's very very important na umati muna tayo isa-isa, no? So just mention your name and then kung ano yung yung affiliation mo or what, no? So let's start with Riva.
Hi, good morning. I am Riva. I am a student from 3SCL and isa ako sa mga nag-prepare for this meeting today.
Thank you, Riva.
Hi, Riva.
By the way, this is being recorded for documentation purposes. So, getting your consent, I hope it's okay, right? Trisha, go.
Good morning po. I'm Trisha Arbilsi Osaita.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi din po. I'm from 2SCL po.
Okay. SMT, social media team po natin.
Social media team po.
Vince.
Ayan po. Hi, good morning po. I'm Vincent Valientes from 2SCL and SWIS po. Then part po ako ng social media team and teaching assistant po ni Doc.
Wow. Po. Marami siyang pinoproblema, no, kasama ako ito. So, ang ating guidance counselor, Ma'am Chat.
Hi, Ma'am Chat.
Hello po, ang newly assigned guidance counselor for sociology, whether you like it or not.
Do we have a choice?
Mark?
Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Mark De Rayunan from 3SCL. Isa rin po ako sa tumulong po para sa consultation na po ito.
Hi, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Erica.
Good morning po. I'm Erica Tangco from 1SCL, part din po ng social media team.
Thank you.
Hi, Erica.
Hindi natin makakalimutan ang isa sa core faculty ng sociology natin, Sir Nino. Parang may ginagawa siya doon, right? Sir Nino.
Hi, Sir Nino.
Hello, good morning. I'm Nino Tobias. I am currently handling 3SCL. I teach sociology of work. Pasensya na kasi kagigising ko lang, nagpe-prepare ako ng breakfast ko.
Okay lang. Mahalaga na dyan ka, Sir Nino, to listen para alam mo.
Okay. Good morning po.
Ma'am Doray.
Magandang umaga. Ako po si Doray Rodora Lynn Lentag Tababa. Bahagi po ng Department of Sociology. E-learning specialist din po ng AB at naka-assign din po ako sa Sociology.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Okay. So, Elijah, nandiyan ka pa? Yeah.
Hello
po. I'm Elijah. Good morning po. I'm Elijah Ulrich Laurito. I'm currently a SWIS and my only dilemma is I'm not I'm currently looking for a part-time job, but as of the moment, I don't have any issues regarding online classes, and nor I have any issues between according about my previous subjects from the past years. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Elijah. Okay. Chanel?
Good morning po, Janelle Soriano
Morning.
from SWIS po.
Okay. About to graduate na pala ito. Sandali na lang. Ilang buwan na lang. Patrick?
Hello po sa lahat. Patrick po, sis po.
Okay.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Hello po.
Tish. Last si Tish.
Hello po, good morning po. Ako po si Tisha, graduate din po ng Sociology and currently working as Project Assistant for the NCS 2021 PARI Project.
Okay.
Hi, Tish.
Ayan. So, welcome sa ating lahat. I'm Yayet. I'm your coordinator sa Department of Sociology. And so I hope that in the next few minutes, we get to achieve the goal of having some kind of dialogue, and then we reach to understand the issues and concerns ng mga estudyante natin, lalo na yung students with irregular schedule. Okay, so let's do this, no? So I guess please allow me to give first the overview, no, nung social learning online survey results, kasi sabi ko nga as sociology practitioners, kailangan database tayo, research-based tayo, no? So kung ano may pag-uusapan natin, may dalawa tayong survey na ginawa para pag-uusap natin mamaya mas clear kasi meron tayong basihan. So allow me to share with you I hope mabilis lang ito kasi ilang slides lang to tungkol doon sa ating results ng ating study, ng social learning study. Okay? So medyo marami akong naka-open at ito yung para sa amin. Pare-pareho kaya nalilito ako Okay. So yung research summary lang yung bibigay ko. Ginawa natin to to provide voice of students from the USC Department of Sociology in line with the opening of the classes. So we wanted to understand the online learning experiences. And so 113 ng sociology students ang naging respondents. Most of them, most of you are reported ages between 18 and 20 years old. Syempre merong medyo matanda, pero ito yung 18 to 20 years old yung natin. Okay, so 6 of every 10 sociology students are females, and this is very interesting, no? So women yung kinikater ng sociology department ngayon. Most of the sociology students are geographically located dito sa Luzon, no? So yung family nila nasa Metro Manila, relatives nila nasa Metro Manila. And so yung internet connection nung tinanong natin, overwhelmingly, meron namang internet connection. But that's not the point, no? Ang point is, ano yung quality ng internet connection? Okay? So ang quality ng internet connection is that generally, sabi naman ng marami, pero mga 50% satisfactory, no? 10% lang ang very good. So dito sa mga tanong na to, kailangan very good kasi, right? O kasi mahirap, no? And then fair is 36% and poor, nakita nyo naman, meron rin poor na kulay blue. When it comes to owning desktop and laptop, about 80%. My phone is about 70%. So majority ng sociology student respondents natin ay meron ng mga ito. Faculty and course facilitators should be conscious of choosing and employing module strategies. So usually siguro ang isip ng iba nasa lang sila, nasa laptop lang sila, pero marami talaga gumagamit phone to do the online lessons. Most preferred, 8 out of every 10 respondents naman identified Blackboard and Zoom as the most preferred. But when asked kung wala yung Blackboard, Zoom, Google Meet, saka YouTube ang talagang mahalaga. And this is good kasi today, sabi ko nga mag-argue about ako sa Zoom, pero ginawa na ng paraan ng USC ang Zoom. So your faculty members now have licensed Zoom accounts, no? So there will not be any question anymore kung gagamitin natin Zoom sa UST kasi ano na to, tapos na yung usapan, right? So problems that we encounter talagang reported similar with the university survey. I had weak internet connection, audio was unclear. Am I clear now? Clear ba ako?
Yes,
Very
Doc.
clear naman.
Yes po, Doc.
Ibig sabihin, talagang maganda ang Zoom, no? Loading videos was slow. Tingnan natin mamaya doon sa presentation ng iba. So, ang view ko dito is this is symptomatic of the internet infrastructure and connectivity issues combined with the quality of operating systems and the devices used by the students that account for the quality of their online experiences, no? Next, methods of online instruction. Tinanong natin to know how much do they agree with specific statements.
Yes.
And hi, Karine, welcome.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome po. Welcome natin si Ma'am Karine for being with us. Opo. So I'm in the middle of sharing po. Okay. So thank you, Karine.
Hi, Karine.
So methods of online instruction, meron high agreement that writing outputs can be learned through online methods. Okay? So medyo yung ibang activity talagang medyo mahirap eh. Pero talagang pag writing outputs, wala naman talagang problema when it comes to online instruction. So this is my take when it comes to implications to teaching and learning during the pandemic. The first is students' commitment to learning as indicated by the enrollment into the BA Sociology program. Despite the threat of COVID-19 pandemic, it's still there. No, meron namang commitment to learning na nakikita tayo dun sa data. Sociology student population mostly comprised of women. Nagdoble yung number nito due to the additional section created for the first-year students. And then I really think that most solid commitment to teaching sociology is really important. Ang challenge natin, mostly women yung tuturuan na natin. And then there are also those who are unsure ng sociology career. So nakita ko yung sa data, yung talagang hindi sigurado na magso-sociology sila. So kailangan we continue on educating, for sociological perspective, theoretical knowledge, research expertise, and I really hope commitment to social transformation. Second insight. So I think we have to understand the structures and limitations of internet connection. And there is this connectivity issue as predicted to impact all forms of online learning sessions. Okay, so let's welcome Sir Burns. Sir Burns, thank you for being with us. Sir Burns? Okay, hindi pa siya papasok, pero pumasok na siya kanina. Okay, so I really think na ito malinaw na nagkakaroon yung connectivity issue to impact all online learning sessions. So we have to really develop alternative plans of using other platforms like Zoom, which tapos na ang usapan ngayon kasi may Zoom na ang UST, ang mga faculty, Google Meet, Facebook, and YouTube. So we have to develop assessment and that do not heavily rely on Blackboard data access and usage. I hope this will change now. And then we have to have some strict monitoring of weekly expectations should be discouraged as this type of approach is not helpful in situations of intermittent connection, right? So medyo kasi meron ng UST na masyadong stricto dun sa mga ganon. May policy pa, may memo pa na mga ganon. So nakaka-impact yon in my view dun sa level ng level of what you call as asynchronous or synchronous session. One of the interesting things na hindi ko makakalimutan, which is I think true na dapat maintindihan, is that bakit may schedule yung asynchronous session? Alam mo yun, yung parang that's one of the craziest ever that I heard. Okay, so I think despite all those, we have to continue to do systematic documentation of what's happening with us. So both from the student and from the faculty's point of view. Pero ibig sabihin, learn how to document well kasi yun yung magiging proof natin ng ating mga learning experiences, no? And then proof ng ating mga understanding sa maraming mga sa mga bagay, no? In my view, freedom to evolve as a more practical set of online activities that best fit their specific context. And so my whole point is that we have to create a space for creative learning. Sana positive yung disposition to online learning. Kasi ang nakita ko, mga estudyante have relatively good knowledge on various platforms like our sociology students. And I have to understand their role in making this online learning work. So amid the pandemic, what seems wanting is creating a practical balance between educational principles and learning outcomes. So learning contract between the teacher and learners that truly matters in achieving quality education. When I say that, we have to really think about paano ba natin tinuturo yung sociology? Ano ba yung mga prinsipyo nung tinuturo natin at ano yung ina-expect natin na learning outcome? I really think that this is where relevant and important, which should be discovered by the student and the teacher. Okay? Thank you, Vince, and thank you, Tish, for helping me out produce this study. So yun po yung unang part. So meron tayong basis dun sa, sa issues natin ngayon on online learning. And I think it's more important na makita naman natin yung issue ng mga SWIS, kung ano yung nangyayari sa mga SWIS, lalo pat kailangan natin mapag-graduate sila. So therefore, I asked Riva and Mark to do some kind of a study. Are you ready, dear? Na Riva o si ano?
Good morning po.
Morning. Sino una pa magre-report?
Bali sabay po kami magsasalit-salit po person.
Okay, sige. End ko muna yung ano, and then I'm going to put your report, which is ito ba yon? Ito. Okay. There you go. Sige nga. Sige. So I'm happy to introduce Mark and Riva. Nandilapitan ko, sabi ko, tignan nyo naman kung ano nangyayari dun sa ano nyo, dun sa inyong sa sitwasyon nyo, baka makatulong. So Mark and Riva share. Okay, go.
So, nung ginawa namin to ni Mark yung survey, the main reason why we conducted this survey kasi gusto namin malaman kung sino-sino ba yung merong deficiency sa class and ano yung mga subjects na meron silang deficiencies. So, nakalagay dito is yung reason itong Sosyo-Akademya consultation is para malaman natin and magkaroon ng connection yung students and teachers para ma-monitor natin kung ano yung mga kulang ng students and how the teachers and the students can help each other with in terms of requirements or adjusting sa mga bagay-bagay na kailangan ipasa. So sa research, sa G-form sa ginawa namin, 57 yung respondents. Ang kasama dito ay yung 2 SEL, 3 SEL, and yung mga SWIS students natin. Next slide po to. Next pa po.
So out of 57 sociology students respondents po, 33% of the total respondents, which is 19, identified themselves to have an incomplete, in progress, or failure grade throughout their school years under the program BA Sociology. So ito pong 19, ito po yung target audience po natin as mentioned kanina for the reason na we are conducting this consultation. So next slide po, Doc.
Sa 19 na students na to, merong 11 students na merong incomplete grade. Ang mga subjects nila is yung social research methods, history, stats, philosophical anthropology, ethics, PPCT, NSTP and theology, with social statistics and social research methods 2 na ang pinakamataas na mayroong incomplete grade. Next po.
So
ito yung mga pros.
Also, part rin po ng form po namin is tinanong rin po namin is kung sino po yung mga professors na meron po silang deficiencies para po matulungan rin po namin sila at as much as aware rin po sila kung sino po yung i-contact nila for that resolve. So lumalabas po dito sa data na si Assistant Professor John Manuel Liachco po yung pinakamataas na nag-identify na meron pong deficiency. Ang pinaka konti naman po, relatively sila Miss Jasmine Victoria, Miss Gian Agbisit, and Mrs. Anita Garcia po. So next slide po.
So again, dun sa 19, 11 naman yung nagsabi ng in progress. And again, ang pinakamataas dito na subject ay yung social research methods, with 8 students saying that they have in progress grade. And yung pangalawa is NSTP.
Next slide po. So again po, pinaka mataas rin po dito is si Sir Liachco po. Tapos pumapangalawa po si Mr. Robert Montanya
yan.
Tapos sumusunod rin po dito si Dr. Yayat. So next po is ang next po namin tinanong is kung napapansin niyo po, hinati po namin yung questions ng kung sino po ang may incomplete, sino po ang may in progress, at sino po may failed. So iba-iba po sila, maaring may combination po, pero hinati po namin para mas ma-identify po namin sila ng mas targeted nga po. So 6 students po ang nag-identify na meron po silang failed grade, tapos halos equally distributed naman po yung nag-identify na may failed grade per course or per subject.
So tinanong namin, last question namin for our survey is, how do you plan to resolve your academic deficiencies and requirements? And most of the students, by most I mean yung 19 respondents na may deficiencies, ang sabi nila is kukumpletuhin nila yung deficiencies nila. Some say they're gonna contact the professor para malaman kung ano mga kulang. And yung iba, sabi nila they're gonna re-enroll or petition the subject pag hindi pa rin nakapasa.
So in summary po, 33.3% of the respondents have an incomplete progress or failure grade out of the 57 total respondents. 11 received an incomplete grade with research methods 2 and 6 with the highest number of students with incomplete methods. Also, 11 students received an in-progress grade with social methods with the highest number of students with in-progress. Lastly, 6 students received a failed grade out of the categories, and majority of the respondents plan on resolving and completing their academic deficiencies, while some will re-enroll or have petition classes. Thank you po.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. So teka. Okay. Nakita niyo yung survey natin, and then nakita natin yung survey nung mga kasama natin na kailangan ng intervention para matapos na lahat. So ngayon naman, para tuloy-tuloy yung kwentuhan natin, I'm so happy to introduce to you yung ating new guidance counselor na talagang ako kasi guidance baby rin ako, right? nung college ako. Dito Ma'am Ses, and then she's here to introduce the services and what it is that she could offer, the office could offer for everyone, not only for this SWIS but also for other students. And so Ma'am Ses, ano pong una kong ipi-play?
Siguro po mag-start po tayo doon sa parang cartoon.
Sige po.
Yung pong huling-huli kasi nan.
Okay.
This is something that we also shared po noon that Saturday.
Ay, yung cartoons po, naku, mukhang
ako po, I can do it here. Makakaano po ba?
Teka lang po
sige po, whatever is there na lang po muna. Sir. Ayan.
Yeah.
This is something to remind you. This has been existing But we just want to remind you again and again that we are not near, but just here. Yan po. These are projects we have to try stimulate a bit of the thoughts of students while on quarantine. Meron po tayong share ko lang. Every guidance office has their webinars on different schedule. This is a general teaser. Yan. Don't forget to click and follow us so that you will be reminded na kahit na marami po kayong mga concerns, problems, there's someone you can always talk to. And that's us po. That's in the general sense. Thank you po, Doc Yayan.
Okay. Should we run the next slide po?
Okay. Yan po. Opo, para mabilis na po. Yan. These are the guidance services. Kasi yung po mga normally po, enrolled po tayo pero hindi po natin alam masyado ano ba yung talagang pwedeng makuhang service sa guidance. Ito po yung storya in brief. Yan po. We do not just simply exist simply because you are sent by a professor or that you failed to do something in the proper way. There are ways by which we are also presenting our services in terms of mga projects po na sinasabi namin na Tom Rice, Tom Guts, na natutuwa po ako kasi the initiative done by Doc Yayet is indeed a very big help for all of us to be able to collaborate on things that we can do. Like third year ngayon ang sociology, wala po tayong fourth year, tama po ba? So pwede po natin silang i-prepare. Yan. These are Tamashan resources for intensifying student empowerment. Tom Rice po ang tawag. Yung ganito po, yung magbibigay po may information. Then meron po tayo. Ang gusto ko pong i-emphasize right now, because third year nga po kayo, yan, may routine interview po, ay yung Tom Guts. At saka Tom Care po. Ito po ang intervention programs sa mga special groups. And SWIS is one of the special group. Heart of counseling and guidance is the face-to-face counseling, which is now given a new switch to online counseling. Always remember that these are kept in confidence. Ito po yung Tom Guts. We gear you up with tools for success. So yung lahat ng kahinaan ninyo, hahanapin po natin para gawin po nating potential. We help you develop career. We train you to become workers in the field of work. And we make you create a good, appealing resume. Yan po yung sinasabi kong I wanted you to be empowered on this end, knowing that the counseling office can be of help on these areas. We also provide you with information on practicum, internship, sino yung magandang puntahan na practicum, kanino yung may budget, mga ganon. And then is industry linkages. It is very important to note that SWIS is a very good group of students where you are given special care. Hindi lang po masyadong halata, pero AB lang po ang merong special care for irregular scheduled students. In my other colleges where I came from, we call them a STAR. Student at least medyo negative po ang dating, hindi po ba? So natuwa po ako nung dumating ako sa AB na ang tawag po dito ay SWIS. Ayan po, ayan, may mock interview po at career fair na ngayon po ay gagawin po nating virtual. Meron pa din po yan this year. So watch out for that third year students because that would be a place for your possible work. Okay. Yan, meron din po tayo sa Tamashan alumni and Tamashan leaders. We also conduct on-campus interviews care of the different companies who may be prospect place of work. This still happens, pero hindi na po yung mga papel na yan. We already conducted this via online by answering Google Forms. Yan po. Yan po yung example. This is something general. Ayan, appointment during the new normal will be done through Google Forms. We allow you to answer it with the informed consent, and then we send you confirmation of appointments. If you do not receive an appointment, a confirmation appointment, that may probably mean the counselor may not be available for that time, and you are given another way by which you can reschedule. The Student Welfare Board has made it easier for us. So we now are strictly for guidance and counseling. So the discipline now becomes Sir Niños and the group's class. So with that, thank you for listening with my piece of orienting you to the different services. Yan po ang aming, yan. Medyo slow lang po siya pero mahinhin lang po. I would like to share sana po yung video pero it's a video where we are showing that there are times people may come as if akala cautious are. Ayaw nila, ayaw yung to know that someone would be listening to you regarding your concerns. It is very important for you to know that not all concerns can be addressed if not. So this is one way by which we are informing you that help is just around and that we are willing to support you. Do not be afraid. Sabi ko nga, from the time that you were in first year, ako na po ang first year na nandito, A, aim high, B, be aware of yourself, and C, conquer your fear. So that's all my SWIS students. So if anything becomes too overwhelming and you need someone to talk to, do not hesitate to come see us in the guidance office. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Chat, for the assurance. Yan. So ngayon may assurance na tayo kay Ma'am. Oo, meron na tayong direct link. So I guess for SWIS, para maayos yung ating mga problema, ngayon na ang simula. Kaya pag-uusapan natin yung mga issue natin, no? Okay? So bago yan, gusto kong pabatiin yung ating mga faculty, no? Oo, na nandito kasama natin. Sir Burns, pwede po kayo bumati?
Hello, good morning. Sir, audible na po ba ako?
Very audible.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry po, medyo hindi ako nakapag-prepare masyado kasi nag-set up ako sa klase ni Jax. Magandang araw po sa lahat and lalo kay Ma'am Cha, family friend.
Thank you, sir.
Sa mga students po na present, asahan niyo po na yung faculty ng sociology ay laging nakaantabay sa inyo, laging nakagabay at lagi po namin kayong tutulungan lalo ngayon sa panahon ng medyo challenging yung sitwasyon. Again, maraming salamat at magandang umaga.
Thank you, Sir Burns. Ma'am Karin, bati naman po kayo, Ma'am Karin. Ganda-ganda ni Ma'am.
Kagagaling ko lang din po sa isang meeting. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Pasensya na po at wala rin akong prepared na speech. Napakaganda pa naman na sinabi ni Sir Burns. The SWIS, I guess I'm very happy to be here this morning attending this meeting because the SWIS group has been very close to me after spending, I forgot, Doc Yayat, parang 3 years na puro SWIS lang ang aking classes. So I'm hoping that you are all doing good, doing well. I hope that you don't feel weird to contact me. You know how to contact me if you have any concern. I just really hope that you're coping well during this time. Yun lang po.
Thank you. Meron mga sumama sa atin. Happy to see all the professors from NIC. Pwede ba bumati si yung bagong nag-join sa atin? We have Sandra. Sandra, you're still there? Isang estudyante natin. Sandra, are you there?
Yes, Doc. I'm here.
Hot.
Good morning po sa lahat. Thank you very much for this consultation and kamustahan.
Salamat. Opo. Okay. So wala na tayo. Oh, may humahabol pa si Ian, oo. So nakita na po natin yung sitwasyon ng online experiences natin. That's yung sitwasyon ng mga SWIS natin na may mga deficiencies and everything. And so siguro, I would like to spend time listening to our students' concerns. Ano yung urgent at gusto nyong mag-respond kami sa inyo para mailagay na namin sa plano for the next few terms, no? Okay? So, Nick, concern mo?
Well, yung last natin pag-uusap kasi I have to revise my thesis. So actually, na-address naman with our discussion yung what is the right thing to do now with my thesis. So I have no problems with it. So I'm just waiting for your go signal. As for my one subject na lang, I think for next sem pa siya. So, I'm not enrolled right now.
Okay.
So hopefully, I could finish this by this year.
Nick, meron ba tayong iba pang magtitesis na kilala mo sa sa grupo? Kasi we not have any offering next term for the thesis. But usually, baka mayroong ibang kasi 'di ba you wanted to have a petition, and then petition I know requires a lot of money if I'm not mistaken, kung dalawa lang kayo o tatlo lang kayo. Oo. I guess I've had an experience na kinakausap yung ibang major na kung may fee sila, kailangan malaman ko na agad para makiusap doon sa teacher na yon to process your kumbaga, you will be admitted to that class, but technically internally hindi sila ang magma-manage but yung department, but it should be formalized, and I don't know if that's possible. Ultimately you have to petition, yun yung pinakamahalaga, right? Oo. Pero kung merong offering na tulong, you have to identify that immediately, so that it will not be too burdensome on some of you, okay?
Yung isang concern kasi regarding doon sa yung because we are limited by the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yung difficulty, one of the difficulties is knowing who is in need of the same, or we have the same concerns. Like for example, yung thesis, ang hirap mag-search sino-sino ba yung may need. Yun yung isang difficulties. Tapos yan.
Yeah, siguro talaga kailangan maging strong yung natin. I know na dito kanina si Matthew wala na yata si Matthew. I really think you have to make sure na yung network nung SWIS nag-uusap-usap para malagay na natin doon sa plano. Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, 'di ba yung natin, yung scheduling kasi natin will start in October para sa second term. Ngayon, pag binigyan na ng load yung maraming faculty, magiging overload naman, which will be a big problem. So, if I will know it early on, yung overload hindi magiging problema kasi inassign ko na, kasi prioritize namin kayo. Right?
Okay.
Yung kailangan ko. So, kailangan ko ng tulong mula sa estudyante to tell me, wag niyong sabihin ng January o ng February, wala akong magagawa doon kasi inuuna namin na mabigyan ng load yung mga faculty agad. Kasi ang target namin 21 units load agad. Okay? And then remember, hindi pwede mag-overload yung mga researcher. So kung yung researcher ang gusto nyong kunin na magpe-petition, kailangan alam ko na by October, November, by next month. Okay? So dapat maayos na yon agad. Kung hindi, mahirap gumalaw ng January, February. Kasi wala na kami magagawa doon kasi nakaload. I think the students should have that kind of kumbaga sense of urgency na kailangan ayusin niyo yung buhay niyo. Huwag niyo intayin yung enrollment period kasi enrollment period is nag-e-enroll ka. Yung assignment ng load, usually nangyayari yon ng October, November. Okay? Okay, yun siya. Oh. So ang hope ko, sana merong strong network kayo kahit online para mag-usap-usap, no? Lalo na yung mga old curriculum. But for you, pwede naman natin ihanap ng ibang petition class kung pwede masama ka. Parang ganon, Nick, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sige po. Yung iba po ba kayong special concern para sa INP, I suppose, no? Riva?
Yes po, Doc.
Anong tanong nyo tungkol sa INP?
Wala naman po. Alam ko naman po na we have to start doing it now para umabot kami ng December kasi yung mangarag kami mag-cram.
Yeah. Well, kita nyo naman na maraming INP doon sa last na research 2, no? Social research method 2 kasi mga hindi nag-submit ng mga requirements. I just would like you to know that from my end, you just have to look into our requirements, the same requirement you just have to submit the working paper. And then, ang problema ko, eto, sino-sino ba may problema nun? Mark, I think, kailangan, hindi kayo magsasubmit ng December, kailangan mag-submit kayo ng mas maaga at dapat mas, proactive siya kasi you will not be able to get the best of the grades kung magsasubmit lang kayo, sasabihin nyo December yung deadline. You would really have to start working next month para October, November tapos na kayo. Huwag niyong patagalin yung proseso kasi kailangan mag-usap-usap na tayo para matapos yung submission ninyo. Okay? Would that be amenable to you, Mark?
Opo, Doc.
Ano bang plano mo?
Opo. Bali ako po, itong nakaraang last sem nung second year ko po, nagkaroon po ako ng 4 na INP. So yung 4 na po yun, kasama na po kayo dun. Pero yung 3 po, na-resolve ko na. Nag-email po ako sa kanila at inopen po nila yung mga requirements ko po sa Blackboard at nasubmit ko na po nung mga last 2 weeks po.
Tapos,
so yung,
good.
Yung ngayon ko po, yung sa inyo na lang, yung research paper. Tapos siguro po masisimulan ko na siya sometime next week. So bago po mag-December, makapagpasa po ng draft.
Hindi, tingin ko wag niyo i-hit yung December.
November.
I-hit niyo earlier kasi ganitong Mark, Riva, no? Hindi dapat paano ko ba explain yun na mas maganda? Once na ginawa yun ng December, so December, nagmamadali tayo lahat. Alam mo yun? So, kasi, do you know the process pag nagko-complete? May form siya. May form siya na i-fill up yung teacher, kayo may fill up kayo, tapos isa-submit yon. Pag December yung hinit nyo, baka hindi lumitaw yung records nyo para clearance na enroll kayo kasi prerequisite siya sa mga susunod na na mga proposal writing. So, I suppose i-clear nyo yung record nyo para hindi kayo maaantala pag-enroll para sa inyong so I really think i-target nyo at the most November sana. Sana hindi maka-stress sa inyo but you just have to finish it early kasi yung paperwork mula sa inyo pupunta sa akin and then sa office and then pupunta sa registrar. Pag sa registrar, overwhelmed sila, wala tayong magagawa doon. Pag i-enroll nyo, hindi kayo maka-enroll kasi meron kayong deficiency. Makikiusap na naman kayo for that purpose. Okay? Understood?
Opo.
Sir Riot, may I say something?
Sige.
Yeah, dun sa mga hinawakan ko doon sa thesis defense and yung thesis writing and defense course, yung mga nag-petition class, ang requirement lang naman doon para ma-complete yung INP nyo is to get the approval of your readers na ready na siya, na pwede na siyang i-present uli sa kanila. And if ever na para ma-complete yung subject na yon, kailangan makuha ko rin yung mga grades galing dun sa mga readers. So yung mga na-INP sa akin, you really have to make sure that you will get the grades from your readers. Yun lang ang requirement bago So lalo mas madaling panahon, no, bago mag-December para mas mabilis pa proseso yung grades. Yun lang naman yung sa akin. Kasi yun lang naman ang na-INP ko sa kanila yung actually 3 bata yun. Yung na-INP.
Ano bang estado nito, Chanel? From your end, Chanel?
Hello po. Yung akin po, i-complete, katulad po ng mga kanina, i-complete na lang po. Tapos ipapasa na din po agad by November po.
Okay, oo. Can you, Chanel, hiling ko lang sa'yo, isa ako sa reader. I think Ma'am Karin is also a reader. Can you sure hindi mo siya ma-push ng November? You start the process ngayon pa lang, October, para alam na namin na yung gawin. Oo.
Okay po. Opo.
I do not like to sound like pushing you to do it earlier and stress you out. It's because pagdating sa processing ng paper ng November, December, it's just so overwhelming sa mga offices. Lalo, hihirapan tayong i-process yung papers nyo. Okay? So it's na pag maaga kayo, mas mabibigyan ng time na ma-process yung papers nyo. And then graduate ka na, alam mo yon. So, kasi pagka may INP yung iba, tapos may graduation, ano ka pa, medyo ang hirap i-ask ng registrar na ma-clear yung records nyo. Kuha nyo.
Okay po.
So, concern natin, okay? I guess si Matthew hindi pa nakakabati. Matthew, bati ka naman sa grupo. Matthew? Nandiyan ka ba, Matthew? Mukhang... Ian, nandiyan ka, Ian? Ian? Okay. So, mukhang hindi ako naririnig nila Ian sa kanila Matthew. Okay. So Patrick, meron kang concern? Yes, Patrick. Patrick, audio mo. Patrick? Oo. Medyo siguro nahihirapan lang, no? Okay. Patrick, go. Patrick. Matthew. Sabi kasi ni Elijah sa akin kanina.
Hello po, Doc.
Yes, Patrick. Yes, go.
Hello po.
Let's go.
Doc. Yun po. Gaya po kay Mark yung doon po sa in progress grade ko po sa Social Research Methods 2, yung final requirements po, hindi ko po siya napasa. Ngayon po yung sa scheduling po, hopefully matapos ko po siya ng buong October sana po. So by the first or by second week of November, ipapasa na lang po and magko-complete na lang mo ng mga forms po.
Yeah, oo. Yes, Patrick, similar with what I'm telling Mark, no? If you could network, magsama-sama kayo, and I could give a more direct orientation on what you're going to do. Kasi there's nothing different from what the others submitted naman. Hindi lang kayo nag-submit, right? So, I guess an orientation to all of you na one-time orientation lang para ito na yung gagawin nyo, gawa tayo ng time frame. Kasi one of the interesting things that you have to take note ay ito. I also care for your grades. Okay? It's not pass or fail dito sa atin. So, if you could submit drafts where you could improve so that I could give the maximum grade, bakit ang hindi? Diba? That's why I offered even yung mga nag-submit. Sabi ko, wag niyo na muna itong i-submit, mag-in progress na lang kayo. Wala naman siyang impact para mas tumaas yung grades nyo. But they opted to have the grade. Sabi ko nga, marirealize nyo to pagka nag-computation na para sa mga honors or whatever, o kaya makita nyo yung transcript nyo. So let us strive to get the maximum grade for you by trying to improve your drafts, no? Para pag dumating sa bibigay na ako ng grade, pinakamagandang grade yung mabibigay ko sa inyo. Okay? Ganun yan. So siguro can you help out Mark? Sino to? Mark, si Riva, and then Patrick. Mag-convene lang kayo, sabihin niyo lang sa akin, bigyan ko kayo ng orientation para explain Ito yung kailangan, ito yung time frame natin, tapusin na natin to. Hindi December, sana November, okay?
Yes po, Dok.
Okay. Thank you so much, Patrick. Si Ian daw ay hindi gumagana ang mic. Oo, okay. So, sino pa may concern sa atin? Slow ang connection ni Matthew. Oo. Pwede i-type po Matthew saka Ian kung ano yung mga concerns nyo. We still have 29 minutes to discuss things, no. Elijah, how do you want to how are you going to approach all these subjects that's left? Kasi old curriculum ka eh.
Opo.
Yeah. Proposal dito.
Right. Yung opo. Actually, I'm more concerned po ako dun sa subsequent subject this coming sem. Pero I've already discussed it with you through email regarding my intentions about my subjects in the future. Gaya ng mga majors ko. Kasi majors na lang po natitira sa akin.
Yeah.
So, what I'm planning to do is be included or try to find out which from my old curriculum, yung mga subjects ko, kung ano yung pwedeng ma-sync sa new curriculum na major subjects. Gaya po ng subject ko this sem, which is Intro to Research, inassign niyo po ako dun sa SEL 3225, which is supposedly within the second half of the sem. So, yun lang naman po actually. Yung availability and yung kung paano ko makakonect yung mga subjects from old curriculum to new curriculum.
Okay. So, technically, Elijah, and this was what the office told me, we cannot create too much petition classes now given that we are in the middle of the new curriculum. So you have to really identify yung matching. Matching is the term that they use, the matching of the old curriculum with the new curriculum.
Yeah.
So you just have to project and given the curriculum that we have, kung sino yung pwedeng i-match natin para ma-recognize namin siya. Okay? Kasi for you would have to credit it always. Yun yung magiging konting a little bit task, no? Yung pag-credit will be make sure na yung course description nung old curriculum, nung course na yon, and then the new description for this new curriculum, meron ka nun. Kasi i-attach yun doon sa submits palagi sa palagi sa iyong registrar, okay? Para siya ma-credit. Okay? So there is a form that, just take note of that, kasi pati yung change ng course code and everything, credit dapat yon, credit. Okay? So take note of that and be patient para matapos na po. Okay? As soon as possible. Yun ang goal natin. Okay? Yun. Don't forget.
Thank you.
Process it immediately. Huwag kang sasabay ng pagpaprocess ng kasi tama ba ako, Patrick? Tama ba ako? Yung concern natin is that may Google form na palagi, right? Oo. You have to always wait for that announcement na ilalagay mo sa Google form yung lahat ng pwede. Email me, explain to me, I endorse, and then when I endorse, you're given the right to enroll. Okay? Ganun palagi ang mode natin. Tama ba, Patrick?
Yes po, Doc.
O ganun ha, para ma-clear na tayo sa proseso. Okay? And sabi ni Matthew, pareho rin ikaw ng sitwasyon, right? O ibig sabihin, ngayon pa lang i-project nyo na kung ano yung mga courses na talagang combine para malaman natin kung batch 22 ba kayo, batch 23 or batch 24. Okay? Para makagraduate kayo as soon as possible. Okay? Okay. Si Vince is ibang kaso ni Vince right, Vince? Explain mo yung kaso mo.
Yes po. Bali po, tinitake ko po ngayong first half is one subject lang po kay Sir Burns po. Then sa second half po, ikaw po Doc and si Ma'am Karin. And then kaya lang po ako naging SWIS kasi hindi po ako naka-shift. Then yung dati pong admin or yung vice dean po, si Ma'am Taberara, is in-advise po ako na i-drop yung major subjects. Then nag-change po ng dean tsaka assistant dean po. Tapos hindi na po nila hindi po ako na-allow mag-shift sa behavioral science. So, kinuha ko po ulit yung mga dinrap ko pong subjects or hindi ko po in-enroll na subjects before mag-second year. Ayun lang po yung concern ko. Bale, hopefully next year po is maging regular student na po ako.
So,
pag di po ako bumagsak.
Pag di ka bumagsak, back to regular track ka, pero late 1 year, pero hindi ka na magulo. Regular schedule.
Hindi naman po magulo.
Okay. So, I think this is the same with Sandra. Sandra, patapos ka na ba para regular track ka na next term or next year?
I'm hoping po, Doc, na next year, regular na po ako. I'm just taking the remaining subjects. Tapos yung crediting process nga ho. I got quite a few signatures nung bago po tayo mag-stop ng physical classes. So yung mga pirma na lang po ng mga natira na subject. Medyo mahirap po like PE, Theo, NSTP. Ayaw nila po ako bigyan ng signature noon. So kailangan pa po asikasuhin ngayon.
Kailangan mo ba ng tulong?
Nalilito nga po kung paano po magpapakredit simula po nung naka-online na lahat. Mas madali po magpa-credit nung physical classes pa po tayo kasi pupunta-punta lang po ako sa mga building.
What I learned, mga estudyante, I'll be very straightforward with you. Keep facilitating everything yung mga staff natin. Okay? Formalize mo lang yung mga request nyo, pero yung mga staff, if you have a beautiful relationship with them, napapacilitate naman yung mga request. At this time, very clear, no? May mga in progress na dapat maayos, na I think direkta dapat yung mga issues natin. Mark, dun ba sa survey nyo, meron bang mga ibang teachers na involved pa na hindi pa nila alam, na hindi pa nakikipag-ugnayan yung teacher, yung teacher sa estudyante, o yung estudyante hindi pa nakikipag-ugnayan for the in progress?
Tulad po dun sa academic resolve po, dun sa last part po ng survey, marami po ang nag-identify na i-contact pa lang po nila yung mga respective teachers nila. Tapos ang pagkakaalala ko po parang 30% lang po ang nagsabing na contact na po nila at kukumpletuhin na po nila yung requirements as given or as discussed with their professors. Pero marami pa pong hindi pa pong nakikipag-ugnayan sa mga professors po nila.
And ba akong sabihin na wala sila dito sa dialogue ngayon? Wala sila dito?
Ano po yun, Doc? Sorry.
Wala sila. They did not join us.
Opo, may mga ilang pong dapat nandito po sa konsultasyon pero hindi po nakasama.
Siguro i-identify natin and then let's communicate with them. Sabihin natin we care for their for their situation. Kasi ang message ko kasi ganito, Mark, kailangan makipag-ugnay na kayo ngayon, tapusin na yung completion kasi pag hindi nyo na complete yan by December, wala yan, you're going to repeat that. Tama po ba ako? Ito po ba yung rule? Ma'am Chat, ganito po ba yung nyo? Ganito po ba? Sige nga po,
Yes po. When the INP grade came out, the clarification given was, it was only given from last term until December. Once undone, incomplete pa din at wala pa rin po na, it will become a failing grade. So kaya po yung mga bata, hindi na po dapat inaantay yung December. By December, tapos na po dapat. We're only giving them a leeway from the adjustment period given last term. This term daw po, wala na daw pong INP.
Okay.
That is how we were instructed po.
Opo.
So tama po yung projection nyo na as much as possible, wag na antayin yung December po.
Opo.
Ma'am, sorry. Can I butt in? Clarification na bigla ko. Walang INP for this semester?
Yun po yung sinabi sa amin ng Dean's Office.
Medyo nabigla po kasi I do have students who are struggling to complete. So I don't know, how am I supposed to deal with them?
Struggling to complete po now for this semester po? Hindi pa naman po tapos yung grade, ma'am.
Hindi,
until December pa po.
What I'm trying to say po is that I pretty much know what's going to happen.
So you are projecting that they will not be able to complete it by December. Siguro po, hindi po kasi kami makapagsabi niyan sa Dean's Office. Siguro po dapat galing sa faculty, Sir Yayek, na you can already see. Siguro po, ano po natin, kasi po kami po ay tumatanggap lamang po ng instruction from the Dean's Office. And as far as we were instructed, ang sabi po sa amin ay, yung kina-counseling po namin na may INP, hanggang December lang daw po. Sabi ko, paano po kung kunwari this time, naka-adjust na sila yung sa dati. Yung ngayon po meron na naman problems. We'll see as we go through. Kasi po, everything is now in the period of adjustment. However, we cannot just go on adjusting and adjusting daw po. So, siguro po from the professors, mas maigi po. Opo, yon. It has to come from you kasi po, kayo po yung kasama ng mga bata. We have less of a voice than you do. Baka naman kayo po mas mahusay.
Yayat, maybe this is something that we could raise.
Okay. So Ma'am Chat,
Posible po.
Okay. Burns, yes.
Sir, yes. Pasensya na po, hindi ko masyadong nakuha yung discussion natin. Pero with regards to the grading system po, based doon sa memo na pinadala sa atin, INP will be removed and replaced by INC. Balik po tayo sa previous status ng grading system. INP was only applied on sa shock, as mentioned by Sir Tobias. It was only applied last semester. Pero ngayon po, minimum requirement and then the same grading system. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to pick that observation as an action point for inquiry to OVRA and to our Dean's Dean's office. Usually kasi OVRA naman talaga yung sasagot nito. Ang point ko dito is again yung context na kung hanggang October pandemya pa rin tayo, meaning medyo interesting para sa akin kung paano natin i-handle yung talagang hindi incomplete. Alam niyo yun? Kasi in progress siya talaga, right? Oo. Kasi yung concept ng INP po ay isang bagay na ginagamit po talaga yon ng maraming universities. Opo. On top of the incomplete, magkaiba po talaga yung in progress, no? Na concept. Yun ay ibig sabihin tinatapos mo. In fact, pag ikaw ay nagtitesis, tapos nag-enroll ka lang, nakalagay in progress, hindi ka incomplete, right? So medyo, I think we have to school. Meaning, I'm going to share my insights from the department's point of view sa OVRA. Kasi tingin ko, given the context, at opinion ko lang naman to, no? INP is really something that we have to consider given na nag-drag to hanggang ngayon. So kasi yung the same approach na ginawa mo ng March, no? It's not incomplete eh. So yun ang may problema ako dun sa sa isyong iyon. I don't know, anong feeling ng mga estudyante?
Ate, paano naman ako kung may lemonade or may juice? Thank you, ate.
Sandra, may input ka at Sandra? Ay,
sorry.
Mali lang. Still here, Ma'am Doray? Nakaano siya. Okay. Yung mga estudyante, anong feel nyo doon, Riva?
Nandito.
Ma'am Doray, anong tingin mo doon sa pinag-usapan natin?
Dapat nating, pwede nating i-assert sa ating admin, at least sa din natin na yung din natin na siya yung magdulog doon sa admin na dapat i-consider pa rin na yung INP dahil kasi online nga yung klase and hindi pa rin naman nawawala yung issue ng internet connectivity at saka ito recently lang naman nagkaroon tayo ng Zoom account na official, so palagay ko it's worth it na ipaglaban natin na dapat meron pa ring INP.
May tanong nga ako Ma'am Chat, may sagot po ba kayo? Paano kung sakaling ikaw ay hindi nakapag-enroll kasi nga wala kang pera, hindi ka nag-enroll? INP ako last term. Hindi ako nag-enroll, ma'am. At tapos mag-enroll siya ng second term. How do we handle them?
Yan po yung mga cases na would depend on how, like kayo po sa department nyo, it would be easier kasi they can go to you.
Okay.
pagka ganito po kasi, we just handle them para lang po hindi po sumabog yung kalooban ng bata.
Correct.
Pero ang academic, ang technical, still the department and the dean's office. However, ang dean's office po, meron po sila parating leeway if the department believes on certain things. Ano po sila, nakikinig po sila sa inyo. Kaya nga po ang sabi ko, with what Ma'am Karin is saying, I think it would really have to come up. Pero tama po, parang tama po yung sinabi ni Sir Nino. From INP, baka magbalik na tayo sa usual INC na pwede na po ang 1 year po ba? Instead of 1 sem. 1 sem din. Di parang pareho din nga po.
Oo nga eh.
Kasi ang parang pong suggestion sa amin, do not encourage them to work for an INP, but rather, empower namin yung bata na talagang tapusin, buuin, kumpletohin. Parang ganun po yung ang collaborative.
Kaya yun po yung problema. Yes, Miss Karin.
Doesn't work that way. We cannot force positivism sa head ng mga bata. They're struggling, they're hurting. I see that every time I have classes with them. And to negate their feelings of isolation, to negate their feelings of incompetency by saying that kaya nyo yan, magagawa nyo yan, is a very violent process, I think.
Ayan. Kaya nga po, Ma'am Karin, yung po mga ganyan na hindi na po siya academic, yun po yung dapat natin ina-address. Kasi po, the dean's office do not see it that way clearly. Hindi naman po sinasabing hindi. They wanted us to, katulad po na ginagawa ni Sir Yayat, pulutin po natin lahat ngayon yung mga bata na may mga concerns na academic at saka yung po may ibang bagay na besides academic. Kaya po I was telling Sir Yayat na there were some ideas that came to my mind when the students were discussing about their survey. Yung po bang mga survey na nagsagot na yon ay academic lang po ba ang concern o meron po iba?
Pero ma'am, I refuse to believe kasi at this time, and I've been working in social health, public health for the greater part of my career. I refuse to believe that the academic and the personal are different items. Kasi po, they're together during this time, just like as we are experiencing it. Kaya when our kids, kaya thank you to the study, thank you Doc Yait for starting that study. That study tells us, tip of the iceberg lang tong academic na to eh. These students who cannot attend classes, who are struggling completing a short essay, are struggling so much at home. And in our records, there are records of violence at home that are not being discussed as well. Because these are very private contexts that Filipinos don't discuss. Pero ang point ko lang po is maybe Doc Yayet, kasi this is gonna just keep on going eh. Maybe Doc Yayat, I totally agree with your statement earlier that maybe we should clarify, and I believe Dean Malu is a very gracious person. She would understand this, that maybe we could think about INP better than INC. Kasi nga the INC will have a mark on the grades, on the reputation of the students someday.
I know.
Yun naman po yun eh.
But this is the very reason kaya nga sabi ko ang sarap kasi nag-open up tayo, nagda-dialogue tayo kasi at least meron na tayong concrete basis kung bakit natin sasabihin kasi napag-usapan natin kasama natin yung mga estudyante kaya gusto kong tanungin yung mga estudyante like Patrick, what do you think? Anong tingin mo sa pinag-uusapan natin when it comes to this issue?
Hi Patrick. Ayan si Patrick at
hello
number 1 po.
Ayun po, based din po sa sinabi ni Ma'am Karin, marami pong undocumented na nararanasan yung mga tao sa bahay and hindi po siya masosolve ng bigla-biglaan. Process pa rin po siya. Hence, kasama po dun sa process na yun ay yung dun po sa INP na grade. To think na same pa rin po yung situation sa ngayong pandemic and mas malala na po yata. Yun lang po. Salamat po.
Kasi katulad po nung po, I'm sorry to bring this up because I really felt meron siyang magiging impact. Kasi katulad dun sa CTHM ma'am chat, sa CTHM, meron dineclare di ba na leash, lenient
way
tama ba ako? Lenient week ang tawag nila, right? Oo. Kasi nga daw marami na daw response, marami na daw complaints ba? Hindi ko alam tungkol dun sa impact ng pandemic sa estudyante saka sa teacher. Oo. Sa AB ba ano po ba ang feel?
In terms of ano po bang
Opo, may na po ba talagang nagre-report? Kasi yung iba mga unreported, pero may mga nagre-report na po ba?
With the other departments po, meron pong paisa-isa po, pero kaya nga po natutuwa po ako dito sa ginawa mo kasi po ito po ay mas matibay. Like everyone's becoming evidence-based.
Correct.
Kaya nga po nung kami po ay kinakausap dati doon sa INP, Ma'am Karin, I would also want to clarify, hindi ko po sinasabing hiwalay po ang problema ng mga bata. Ang sinasabi ko lang po, wala po kaming power para po baguhin ang anuman sa mga grado o mga polisiya. Ang sa amin po ay strictly on things that we are po. Hindi po. Kaya nga po, hindi po namin sila nakikita araw-araw, hindi po namin sila nakakausap. Pero kayo po bilang guro sa loob ng klase, mas nakikita nyo po. Karamihan po ng mga bata ay nagpapakita po ng kanilang problema sa mga gawain. Tama po si Ma'am Karin, like essays at hindi pagsagot ng maayos. Pero po pagdating po kasi sa amin, with the fear in the head of mga bata, meron po silang certain restrictions na, naku baka imbis na pumasa ako, lalo akong hindi pumasa. Kasi nagka-counseling pala ako, baka sabihin unstable ako. That's not the reality po. Ang reality po ay, ang amin pong existence ay, nais po naming tulungan kayo, yung mga bata, at pati din po ang mga faculty members, so that there would be hindi nga po magkakaroon ng yung pag-go against, walang conflict. Yun po yung ano natin.
Okay. So, maliban sa mga estudyante, teachers, pwede rin pala makipag-usap kay ma'am.
Ngayon po kasi yun po yung inano ng Alpha na in the event na wala pa po talagang specific program for the faculty members that we are extending, which we do even before po, even without the
Yun nga, yung medyo dapat i-clarify natin. Kaso mo, kung manggagaling lang sa akin at hindi sa department, may difference yun. So now, dahil sabi ko nga, we could have a survey again, but let's have a qualitative dialogue, which is like this. So ngayon, siguro yung nagdo-document sa atin, i-capture natin to para mabigay nating report sa office and sa office. Sir Burns?
Yes, sir. Yung gusto ko lang pong i-point out is dito sa crisis na kinakaharap natin, there should also be a balance between order and yung structural order, and at the same time, yung mga personal na struggles natin. As an institution kasi, looking at it from an administrative perspective, there should be some standards that we have to follow na kailangan natin ma-accomplish at least sa minimum level. And the adjustments that were given to us, yung synchronous and synchronous, yung very lenient na mga setup, kailangan siguro nating maintindihan din kung saan nanggagaling yung mga administrador natin. Also, yung expectation kasi sa atin ngayon for us teachers to deliver our lessons for students to comply. Ano yung struggle natin as faculty members, we keep it to ourselves. Yung struggle ng students, you keep it yourselves. Pare-parehas tayo na naghihirap. But the point is, my task as a faculty member to deliver my lessons, your task as a student, accomplish the minimum requirement. Di naman namin kayo pinapahirapan. So, the bottom line is responsibility lang po. Yun lang naman yung gusto kong hindi natin ipapamper because this is not the way how we evolve and rise beyond this depressing situation. We will rise better than as better persons. We have to be stronger. Kaya nga, it's not always the strongest but the fittest to adapt who will survive. So, yun lang po. tingnan lang po muna natin kung ano po ang inaasahan sa atin ng institution natin, your role as students, ano po yung inaasahan sa inyo, and ano po yung inaasahan ninyo sa amin as teachers po. Kung may nag-fail po sa atin at that point in time, it's very clear na sa structural analysis natin, may dysfunction. Pero asahan niyo po na sa departamento po natin, we will be the last persons, yung faculty member niyo po, yung mga huling tao na magi-give up sa inyo. Salamat po.
Naalala ko si Herbert Spencer bigla doon sa sinasabi. parang functionalist pero Herbert Spencer yata yun. I love it. I love it. Anyway, it's beyond 2 minutes beyond 10:30, which is the end of our time natin. Thank you. Sige. So ngayon, siguro it's but proper to thank everyone for sharing your time here. I think we have enough reasons to celebrate. I think marami naman tayong points na nakuha. I'll try to make sure that we are going to respond on all those matters. This is the very logic of the dialogue, no? Nandiyan yung estudyante, issues nila, pinapakinggan natin, and syempre may extra guidance, help pa tayo, which is so beautiful. Kasi ibig sabihin, we are trying to find ways to make sure that students and faculty alike know that we care dun sa prosesong lahat ng pinagdadaanan natin. So, nagpapasalamat ako pero gusto ko maringgan ng huling mensahe. Kasi para naghuling mensahe na si Burns eh. Ang ganda ng kanyang Pero gusto kong hinga ng huling mensahe yung faculty na natitira ngayon dito. Okay lang ba sa mga estudyante? Okay lang, oo. The chats are all good nagsasagutan naman kayo. So this will be recorded. So meron tayong proof. Ma'am Doray, ano naman parting words sa ating mga sa ating mga estudyante at fellow faculty?
Kukuha lang ako dun sa ilang points na sinabi ni Sir Tobias kanina. Tama po siya, malaki po yung punto na sinasabi niya. Na kahit ako sa sarili ko, na-realize ko na asynchronous nga ang ating session. So dapat lang talaga na bigyan natin ng tamang sapat na panahon yung mga estudyante natin. Sana ma-extend natin at ma-infect namin yung ibang teachers. Mahawa namin yung ibang teachers pagdating sa ganitong practice na hindi naman natin sa pinapamper sila, sabi nga ni Sir Burns, kundi extend ang understanding, consideration sa kanila. Para naman hindi tayo makadagdag sa mental stress ng mga estudyante. And I am sure naman dahil may mga ganito tayong dialogues para sa ating mga SWIS, no, wag po kayong mag-hesitate na magtanong sa ating mga guro, i-approach sila dahil I am quite sure na they will always be willing to accommodate or to entertain whatever concerns that you have. Napakaswerte nyo, no, dahil meron tayong katulad ni Dr. Batan bilang coordinator na malawak ang pag-iisip at may kakayahan para tayo talaga ay ma-gather as a group para mapag-usapan kung ano yung dapat pag-usapan. Kaya mga estudyante, kahit na SWIS kayo, sabihin pa nilang hindi kayo katulad ng mga mainstream na estudyante natin, laban lang tayo. Lahat po ng problema ay mahahanapan natin ng solusyon. Magandang umaga. Salamat po.
Thank you so much. No, syempre special thanks kay Ma'am Chat, and then to our faculty, Niyo, Doray, Burns, and Karine, and also to those part of the SWIS, no, na si Nick, si Vince, si Matthew, si Elijah, si Patrick, and all of you, si Chanel, si Ian, and so pakisabi lang sa kanila, yung mga wala dito na we had this, and then we will find ways na ma-solve yung problem natin immediately, no. Mark, pwede bang ikaw yung mag-prayer? Mark, pwede ba? Mark? I-push natin to the limit, no, Mark? Nandiyan pa ba si Mark? Baka wala na si Mark yata. Opo. Balis na ba si Mark? Mark? Oh. So we'll have
nandyan.
Saan pa nakikita dito? We have a group photo. So ilagay niyo lang yung mga photos nyo. We will have a group photo now. Bago tayo mag-end with a prayer. Okay? On nyo yung nyo kung meron kayong audio, video. Ayan. Mark, ikaw na mag-pray. Mark. Ginagawa mo naman yung araw-araw, di ba? Okay. Yan, si Riva. Elijah, meron ka bang video? Tish, may video ka? Ian, may video ka? Okay. Ayan, meron ng video. Si Elijah. Si Matthew, meron bang video? Si Patrick, yan. Yan, o sige, go. Yan. Konti lang naman tayo. So let's have a group photo. Ganito na ang buhay natin ngayon. No? Sir Nino, ayusin mo yung perspective, Sir Nino. Mahirap. Sir Nino, ayusin mo yung mukha mo, iharap mo. Yan, si Patrick, okay na. Tish, para kayo mapakita ni Tish saka ni Ian, no? Saka ni Matthew. Okay lang. Hi, Chanel. Si Chanel, boy pala si Chanel, oh. O, nakaano pa pala. Okay, ready? 1. Tingin kayo sa camera, ha? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Documenters. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Let's end with a prayer from Mark. Mark.
Yun. Lord, thank you po sa pagkakataon para po magkasama-sama po tayo at patuloy niyo po sana po kaming gabayan at ilayo po sa sakit, sa kapahamakan at salamat po sa oras at nalinawan po kami at natuto po kami sa ngayong seminar. Sana po sa mga susunod po ay patuloy po kami makapagbahagi. Yun lang po. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless everyone. Thank you so much. Next
Salamat po.
Okay. On Friday. Okay. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye.
Salamat po.
Bye-bye.